Hello or hi, everyone. Welcome to this daily dose of divine. I'm a couple minutes early today because I thought I would just um, burn some Palo Santo as I wait for some folks to join here. Anyways, for those who don't know, my name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. Welcome back to everyone who's been hanging out with me for a while, and a very warm welcome to those of you who are new to this space. I'm simply a messenger and a channel for Source Divine, God, loving, and kind. And I trust that anything that is shared here, whether you're seeing it during the live or at some other time, is going to support you where you are in that given moment on your spiritual path, on your path of healing. So, just, after yesterday's live, I was really off all day yesterday. And this is, it was a perfect example. And this is a great teaching / learning opportunity for all of us um, to become aware of how we are impacted by the energies of others. And so yesterday I had my 12-year baby, my spiritual community, my spiritual page over there on Facebook hijacked and basically stolen from me. And somebody else is running it. I'm blocked from the page. I can't really seem to get any help to regain access and control of that space, my baby. And it was with me all day. And as the night wore on, as because I had to work yesterday, and as the day wore on, it was personally, I was beginning to feel better, beginning to move into acceptance of what is, knowing that I'm going to do my part, and also knowing that nothing is going to stop those of us who are here in service to the heart that beats within us all. And so, I really feel like yesterday I was so off 222. Yesterday I was so off when I came live that I really, after the live, all this stuff was coming through, and I really wanted to share that when I woke up yesterday, I woke up early. I had every intention of sitting and typing out some more of my notebooks that have, a lot of writing to be shared with those who are guided to read it. And then that I found out about the hack and was all like distracted by that. And the message that came through yesterday after the live and after things had kind of settled was that it's a perfect example of the fact that our consciousness, the light, is under attack. We are in the midst of a spiritual battle here on planet Earth. And, people may say it's a fairy tale and, or it's a conspiracy or all of this kind of stuff. And it's absolute nonsense. We are truly in the midst of a spiritual battle. And what those who work against humanity is fighting for is your consciousness, right? Because they know how powerful you are. So I went to bed last night, had a good sleep, got up today, and I did all those things that got put on the back burner yesterday, and I accomplished them and finished typing out one of my notebooks, which actually leads us up to the new moon that we're going to be having. Today is the 2nd of July. And so we're having a new moon on the 5th, the new moon in Cancer. And actually, since I have it open here, because I just finished typing it, I'm going to share with you some of the energies that this new moon is bringing to us. So over on that Facebook page that I can't access is where all the event pages are posted for the coming year. Ah, anyways, and the new moon in Cancer was given the name Home to You. And so Cancer is a cardinal sign, and we have the sun, the moon, and Venus in the sign of Cancer at this time. And so it's speaking about, like, this is all about our sensitivities, our emotions, our ability to be compassionate. I was also guided to write the womb slash void, and this is the space we're in. And from this space, new life emerges, loving, healing, and safety. So at this time of this new moon, we also have the North Node in Aries, and this is asking us to get started on that which we are to bring to life in this lifetime. And how the question that came through, and the question that we can all reflect upon at this time, is how are we holding ourselves back? And do judgment and shame stop us from going for what it is that we're here for? And it's time to release all of that stuff that's holding us back, because we were born to fly and to move forward. Um, so, yeah, so today there's a shift. It's about personal empowerment. It's the stuff we talk about all the time, right? Back to basics, how we show up for ourselves, how we show up for ourselves when we've received an energetic hit, or an energetic, our energy has been infiltrated and compromised. And when we are aware that we are responsible for our energy, then we can reharness and reestablish our stability and stand in our power. So today I stand here, feeling incredibly empowered and in my own personal power today. Well, yes, yes, in my own personal power through my eternal connection to source. So let's just pull a couple cards before my little doggos go crazy here. No. Hello. If you'd like a card pulled, Brad, I'm pulling cards again today. So for those who are here live, um, I'm pulling cards. So let me know if you'd just like a little card pulled, and let me know, or you can put animal or angel. Animal or angel. And just let me know which deck you'd like to use. For the angel messages, I'll be working with the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. And for the animal messages, I'll be working with the Animal Wise Tarot by I don't know who it's by. Sorry. Okay. Rex, no. All right. So let's just tune in for just a card or two for the collective for today. And then I will get to the card pulls. So this card is popping out. Working through our fears. That seems really perfect. It's the new moon in Scorpio, which we won't have until November of this year. But, Scorpio is about that death and rebirth process. And, in the midst, they're saying the bottom card too, so I'll take that. So someone else has joined the live. So if you'd like a card pulled, drop a comment in the chat and let me know animal or angel for your messages. But this is for the collective right now. And this energy is really speaking of what's been going on, and through the stuff that's gone down in the last 24, 36, 48 hours. How are we doing today? Are we coming back home to center? This Cancer new moon that we've got coming on Friday is called Home to You. So it's about the showing up for ourselves on a daily basis and working through our fears, because on the other side of fear is everything we absolutely love, everything that's going to fill our cup, everything that's going to bring us joy and contentment and excitement. And we're not going to let the demons and the dark, right? They're not as powerful as us, right? we are the light, and that's what we're here to shine. I'm being guided to like my notebook from yesterday. So after I did the live yesterday, I went and sat outside. I didn't write too much except the date, which was an 8-8 energy, like this energy of abundance, this we are the floodgates of abundance. And I was really, that's when this shadow, dark and light energy came in, because my Facebook community has been hijacked by the dark web. Who knows what kind of shenanigans I see through friends and family. I can see what's being posted. Some of it's pretty inspirational. In fact, my sister sent me a couple of really inspirational posts that were up there today. And, I just kind of giggled at the irony, because I'll share what these posts are. Hi, yay, Jennifer. Do you want a card, angel or animal, just for being here at the live? It's a little bonus, but I want to share these messages that my sister sent that were posted on my page. And I kind of giggled because it's, hey, Barb, do you want a card too? Let me know, animal or angel. Um, Anyways, so my sister sent me these two posts this morning, and one of them is, sometimes you just have to stay silent because no words can explain what's going on in your mind and heart. I mean, that's good advice. And then there's this one, the next one. It's important to realize that you are living inside of one of your answered prayers while you wait for the next one. There's always a place for gratitude. And I just giggled because, yes, absolutely. Nothing outside of me can bring me down. Yes, perhaps I can be energetically impacted, and that's just a message for me to come back home to the place of power, um, which is inside of me. It's not external. And, the dark really only exists as long as I allow it. So what I was guided to write yesterday, below the heart, our shadow lives and plays hide and seek. Heart upward is the light we are here to bring down into our experience along our spine. So I'm sure I'll expand on that today. Today's Saturday in my world. So after this, I am disconnecting from technology and I am going to hang out with the mama, nature. And I'm really excited about that. So yes, beyond our fears is, the love of our life. In fact, it was just 1212 there. And then check this out. Remember, they just told me to take the bottom card, and then we've got this. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. So regardless of the external shenanigans and the trickery being pulled on the collective of humanity, we are in a position of a win-win situation when we are showing up for ourselves, trusting our heart. This is all about unconditional love. And I don't know if it was yesterday, it may have been the day before, when I said that we are the fulcrum within the scale. And here we've got this. So this is what I'm talking about, the center spot. That's us, and that's our spine. So you know what? We're doing great. Trust your intuition. Really allow the energy of unconditional love from Mother Earth, from the conscious energy field of a loving creator. Allow that to just embrace you and permeate your life. Like, yeah, we were born for flight, and nothing's going to get us down for long. Right? Maybe, like I said, it was all day yesterday. I was off, and it was visible that I'm off because I'm usually rather upbeat and optimistic. And I just felt very hurt by that and felt, like, yeah, hurt. So anyways, because I hadn't really said it, I'm going to take this card for us and the bottom card for us and then put them back in the deck. But I was shuffling for bread, or thinking of bread. So, but anyways, I'm going to pull you some separate cards. But for us, I see the gorilla here, and this is like divine royalty, strength, and nobility. That's us, right? Standing in our power and doing so with confidence. And then we have the ace of the winged wise ones here, and it's the woodpecker, marching to the beat of our own drum, sacred rhythm, um, also sound is what I'm feeling, working with sound and frequency to support our healing, because we are the frequency. Remember, we're everything. We are the transmitter, the receiver, and the frequency as well. So, like, I just feel there's so much support around us. And then we've got new rhythms for success, it says on this card. And then this is like strength, nobility, generosity. And today, as I was typing um, my one of my notebooks out, one of the things, yes, we are our own worst enemies usually. Um, and the key is to learn to be our own best friend, right? But one of the things that I was typing out from the notebook I was typing this morning, which I finished, yay, um, was that charity begins at home, right? Like, we are the key. We've been given all the sacred clues, and we are the ones that it all begins with us, right? And then from there, we get to, what do I want to say? We get to sort of, um, what's the word I want to say? We get to, through the divinity within, we get to drive the experience, right? If there's anyone new joining the live, and we're live right now at 11:22, whew, numbers. And you'd like a card, let me know. So this next one out is for bread, and I'm feeling this, and I'm gonna pull another one. It's so perfect. I love, this is what I love about doing what I do, is that everything, it's always like so much confirmation. So you got 3 cards here, Brett. And for all of us too, I trust, even though these weren't pulled specific for you, that there will be something here. And the first card out was the Knight of the Four Legs, the Four of Pentacles, Earth Energy, Cougar, come into your power. Yes. Once again, confirmation of everything that's really been said. This is about us in our power. And, I love the cat energy, right? Little or big cat, it doesn't really matter. They are like really freaking confident in what they do. If you could see my cat, I was just looking to see if he's there. And he's just outside, laying on the earth in some shade, chilling, like nothing's going to bother him. And then he'll come and he'll eat when he wants to eat, and, come into like the group, and yet also be very comfortable in their independence. And I feel like this is what a lot of us are learning, to be confident in who we are, to be comfortable and proud to be independent, and yet we are very interdependent. So, can you hear that? That's the big dog crying because the little dog's teasing him. So really being comfortable in your power, and know that, yeah, confident, powerful, chill. I like that, Barb. Perfect. And then you've got this, and Moth has been around a lot recently. The Three of Shapeshifters. So the Three of Cups, Silk Moth, fertility, success, fulfillment. I mean, does it get any better than this? We've already seen success in one of the other cards that came forth. So again, it's like a moth to flame. We are the flame. And we are the flame, we are the lighthouse, we are, the street lamp, we're all of it. And it's just about being in our space, empowered, in confidence, and trusting that those who are meant to find us will, and it will be a mutually supportive connection. So I'm also feeling with this silk moth for you, Brett, that this is a time of great, deep healing. And it almost feels like a shift has taken place up into that high heart energy. So the thymus gland right around here. And that's really beautiful. That means you've done a lot of the healing work. And then we've got this for you, justice. Number 11, ancient power of justice at play. Yes, the wrapping up, the completion of cycles, karmic cycles, so that Now you're being called to move into your power, to step into your power with confidence, with grace, knowing that you have purpose, and there is you, because this is an 11, so I'm tapping into the 11. This is honoring your path of mastery, walking your path of mastery, and trusting the guidance that you receive along this path. And elephants are very family focused, and like generations of elephants follow the same path year after year after year. Excuse me, something about your throat chakra. Watch your words is what I just heard, and more in the context, and it was just twos across the board there. 2020, two likes. And twos is all about the building blocks, right? The high priestess energy, the medicine woman energy. With respect to the elephant, what they wanted me to say, just one sec. I'm going to just turn that off and have to call back. With respect to the energy of the elephant, it is about the wisdom that is innate in you. So it doesn't come from any book or school that you went to in this lifetime. It's natural born knowing, right? And we all have that, and that is what we are here to tap into. And the word, I'm so excited about the time when this will just be commonplace. All children will be really taught to honor the inner senses, not so much the touch and see and that kind of stuff. It's the intuition, the gut feelings, the inspiration, the imagination. These are the magical ingredients for truly the experience of heaven on earth. Good. I'm glad. Okay, Brad. So I trust that those messages resonate with you, and we are going to move on to Jennifer. What kind of card did you? Oh, Angel. Okay, so Barb and then Jennifer, because I see Barb's got Angel there first. So from the Angels Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno with two. We're going to come to these at the end because this is really freaking amazing. They were mixed in there. Okay, so from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, for Barb. This one they were saying. Goddess of psychic protection. What you believe you create. No one can harm you. Again, a perfect message for all of us, right? We are safe, guided, and protected. Barb, you are safe, guided, and protected. And on top of all of that, you are a powerful, powerful medicine woman who is here to use her medicine to support through your healing, through your through your healing. We've got the angel of addiction healing. And what I'm trying to spit out here is that your medicine supports others to heal. This is about like the snakes shedding the skin in order to be born again, to be reborn. This feels like a real time for you, Barb, of like rebirth. And it's almost like there's newfound inspiration coming in, and perhaps with this Cancer new moon coming up on Friday. And I know in your part of the world, you've got the Independence Day, which is taking me back to that cat energy. There's something about you coming into your personal power, and in doing so, it almost feels like you can see on both of these cards, like the eyes are lit up. And what it's feeling to me is like you see beyond the lies that most have yet to recognize. And it's about truth. Something, my throat went funny there at the end of Bread's message. And so there's something about truth. What is the truth that lives within you that is calling to be expressed. Don't be afraid to express what you are here to say. The card on the message, oh, okay. So on the Angel of Addiction Healing says, this is a time of positive transformation and healing. Well, yes, it is. Thank you. And then you can see with this third eye lit up, there's a lot of pink around it too. And it's like, I'm feeling like it's the crown of unconditional love. And it's like in what I was guided to write yesterday, it's from the crown down. We all have to heal the experience below the heart before we can really move into our power. And so below the heart is the shadow, and above the heart is the light. And so the heart is the fulcrum or the fulcrum of the scale, right? So the heart is the compass in this lifetime, and it feels like you are really perhaps there's been a bit of an energetic hit for you too. It feels like we're all on this planet, and if we're connected to the earth, we're feeling the ripples, the hits, the things that happen, right? And so I feel like these messages coming through today are for all of us, are about coming back to our power, coming back to that power point, which is our heart, and addressing what's above and what's below. And as we do so, we begin to be able to share our message and our medicine with the world, right? And, even if it's only, a handful of people, it grows from there, right? A handful turns into two handfuls, into three, into four, and all of a sudden we are surrounded. We're independent, we're sovereign, as we all are, and yet we're one within this community of heart-centered focus, of heart-centered service, and it's so beautiful. So I'm feeling guided to say, Miss Barb, to begin, working with your medicines, creating those medicines. You are so powerful. I know this from firsthand experience. So just in case you needed a reminder, there you go. Oh my gosh. So I trust that resonates. And we are on to Jennifer, a message from the angels. If there's anyone here joining that hasn't let me know they'd like an angel or animal card, let me know. And I will pull a card for you. And if you haven't subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. And that's going to get your name entered into a monthly free reading draw with me. The next one will take place on July 27th, I believe. And for all these people that are commenting here, your name, if you're subscribed to the channel, your name also goes into my little crown of names for the draw. And there's many of you. Jennifer, you're in there multiple times. Brad, I think you're in there multiple times. There's a handful that are in there multiple times. I'm just going to slide down here and get the card that flew out, or reach my toe over and grab it. Oh, so perfect. So the card that flew out is the Goddess of Compassion, which is the beautiful Kuan Yin, the Bodhisattva of compassion. And 12 years ago or so, I had a personal experience with Kuan Yin. Titha, if you'd like a card pulled, let me know in the chat whether you'd like an animal or angel card, and I will pull a card for you. But when Kuan Yin began, when I had my very first personal experience with Kuan Yin back in 2012 or so, I was like, I couldn't really understand it because I'm very compassionate and kind to other people. And the message I received is now it's time to become more compassionate and kind with yourself. And so Kuan Yin really works with those of us who are here on planetary missions, which are all of you watching this. Yeah, oh, cool. I'll pull you a card. Thank you for being here and welcome to the family all the way from France. I love it. So Kuan Yin really wants us all to support one another, and she supports us so that we can support others. So this is really saying, this is about showing up for yourself. It says self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. And it's like Barb said in the chat here, we're our own worst enemies sometimes, right? If others could hear the things we said to ourselves in our mind, they would be horrified, wouldn't they? And so it's like when we recognize that, then it's making the shift in that moment and not beating ourselves up and going, oh shoot, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. It's like just making the correction in the moment, because we always have our power in the present moment. And it seems, Jennifer, that you're really being you're feeling it. I know you're feeling it. There's this expansive change, and it's you may be getting all kinds of inspiration and all kinds of guidance to change things up, because you've got the angel of diet and nutrition and the angel of self-expression. Or I said self-expression, I added the self there, the angel of expression. And um so you may be finding that certain things you eat aren't really sitting with you anymore. For the last, like, most of this year, um, there's not a lot of stuff. I love my fruits and vegetables, like fresh. I love fresh food. And when I don't have access to fresh food, I find that I sustain myself with like herbal teas and water and stuff like that. So there's a lot of shifts happening. So you may be guided to change your diet up. How you're feeding yourself, you may also be noticing that certain things aren't really sitting with you anymore. They don't feel right. They're not filling you up. Remember, we are what we eat. And there used to be this thing back in the day when computers were like first coming of age. And I think it was called garbage in, garbage out. Or I'm sure it was garbage in, garbage out, GIGO. So, that's it. We have to show ourselves we love ourselves compassionately, and we may not be able to, eat entirely clean all the time, but like the effort that we take to do that to help ourselves to feel better is a worthy investment. And the more that we invest in ourselves, the more resources that we will be gifted in order to invest in ourselves. So, yeah, pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what is good for you. And I'm feeling guided to say that includes, what you're watching, television, all of that, the people you hang with, all of this kind of affects our experience. Yeah, heartburn. I've been getting some of that too. And some of it I feel, and perhaps I'm going to, whether in the moon circles or perhaps in some sort of a group, really create a space where women, particularly women, where we can come together and share with each other. There's so much that I have to share and want to share. And it's just about, I'm like finding ways to do that in ways that support you, support me, and all of that, because breath work, body work, I've been finding that breathing is essential, and yet the quality of our breath is so important. And so let me sit with that today, because today's my nature day. Let me sit with that, and I'll be open to receive guidance in ways that I can increase support for those who need it. And we all need it, right? We're not here to go it alone. And then I just love this card. This energy is unapologetic. It is powerful. Look at all that yellow, like the primary color or prominent color here is yellow, golden. Our solar plexus, right? Our heart center, perhaps our spine, we're a column of golden light. And this is just like it says, speak your truth and express yourself clearly. And I'm feeling, yeah, don't hold back. What are you here for? Who are you? Who who is the Jennifer that the world hasn't yet seen? That's the girl we want to see. Yeah. So get out, let yourself express yourself. Um, and yeah, have fun. Okay, so Titha said animal card. So I'm going to put these first three cards back in that came out for bread, and we are now going to pull a card for Titha, and then we're going to talk about those two random cards that were mixed in that deck, because I really feel that what a beautiful way to close out these messages today from the Angels of Atlantis. So Titha, Rex, stop crying. Okay, there's one. Oh my gosh, of course. magic, mystery, unexpected magic and mystery, and energy, new energy flowing into your life, Titha. That is what it feels like. And we have the page of the winged ones. So, uh, air energy, and it's crow. And crows are so intelligent. I love crows. Yeah, Luna's in heat. Welcome to my life. Um, oh, you're so welcome, Jennifer. It's my pleasure, honestly. Um, Crow, unexpected magic and energy. And crows, like, they're so incredibly intelligent. They can remember a human face, and they can teach other crows to know that face. And they also bring gifts. I've seen where a crow, someone was feeding a crow, a little girl, and this crow left a gift, a shiny thing, every single day in the same spot, as a thanks. That is amazing. Crows are like the keepers of secrets. They help us to unlock the mystery within us, the great mystery, right? This is the innate wisdom. Come on. We are medicine women. We are the ones that are here to rise, right? The men have had their time, and now we are the ones here restoring righteousness to this planetary realm, wealth and abundance for all the children of God, all the children of light. I love crows. It's like, one of my totems. And then the next card out is this tower card, right? And I love this because I think yesterday, or probably the day before yesterday, I was on about my page being stolen from me. But the day before, we were talking about this vulture energy and the message that vulture brings and brought through me a few years ago down at the lake was, as it was circling 6 feet over my head, is that death and rebirth happen within the same space. So as old things are dying off, new things are coming to life. We all have these tower moments, right? Life, death, and rebirth. This is the cycle, right? And us humans have a very limited view of the eternal cycle of death and rebirth over and over and over and over again. So, allow what is falling away in your life, Titha, to just fall away. And so that the new, that which you're building from your heart, from your imagination, has space to be built, and it's built on a firm foundation. Um, so then you've got the kimono dragon, a fire energy, and the message here is survival instincts and impulses. And I think this is a good message for all of us. We have spent lifetimes, and in particular this lifetime, in survival mode. We are the switch that switches to thrive, and we are here to thrive. And so you've got the survival mode and stuff down pat, and these are good things to have, because when we show up for ourselves, we ultimately know if we're trusting our gut, this is a good path for us to go, or no, this isn't a good path for us to go. So I'm being guided to say, trust what you know. Don't look external for your answers. We all do. This is human nature, right? We want validation and confirmation. And I can say to anyone who's here live, or whenever you're watching this 5 years from now, you are incredibly powerful. And anything that you see, positive or negative, with respect to me as the messenger, is also there within you. So if you think I'm amazing, you're also amazing. If you think I'm ridiculous, you're that too. And it's all good, because we're here to support one another and to grow with one another. And we are all messengers, right? We're all messengers. So now, Titha, it's up to you to take what you know and switch from survival into thrival. We are the revival of thrive on this planet. We are the revival of heaven on earth, because that is truly our the experience God intended for us. And we've been so deceived externally, even through religion and stuff, to diminish our power. And only reason any energy would do that, the only reason they would do that, is because they know how incredibly powerful we are. So now for those two random cards that were in the deck. Titha, I trust that message resonates. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of the family. And thank you for the subscription. It is a delight to welcome you here. For anyone that would like to be a part of the upcoming Moon Circle, unfortunately, I won't be doing much on the event page on Facebook because I don't have access to it anymore, but you can register through my website and you will receive your welcome message. I'm going to be doing videos this round. Your welcome video will be sent to your inbox. If we're friends on Facebook through my personal page, Lisa Lyle, I'll send it to you there. And the circle contents will go out in the regular format via a playlist for everyone who's registered. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me or an intuitive healing session, please reach out via my website. And with all that being said, these are the two random cards. Look at this: Jophiel and Gabriel, grace and forgiveness. We must forgive ourselves first, and we are so worthy and deserving of forgiveness over and over and over again. And this is our power. Those of you who were here a couple days ago, I had said Jophiel. Every time I see a Jophiel, it's always about joy, the path of joy. This is, if we're in a place of unforgiveness, if we're in a place of guilt and shame and resentment and regret and all of this, how can we experience joy? Right? We were told very early in this message today to move beyond our fears, right? That Scorpio energy, that death and rebirth, move beyond the fears. We are here for joy, and you, as much as anyone else in this world, is worthy and deserving of your forgiveness, so that you can move into this state of grace, right? Once we come off that karmic wheel, we move into the spiral of grace. Grace is an unmerited gift that grace is an unmerited gift that is given to us by God just because we're one of his beautiful children of the heart, delightful child of light who came not for a life of fright. We came for a life of abundance. We came for a life of joy and fun, peace and contentment. So it's up to us. Swans are always my connection to the energy of the beloved, the higher self, the twin soul, if you will. So just knowing that we are supported through that energy, and it is the purity of our heart that is meant to guide us through this joyful experience of being human. And although, externally there's a lot going on, we are the conduit of joy. So I trust that those make sense. I'm looking forward to being back here with you tomorrow at 11:11 a.m. live. Titha, wow, I'm here rarely and love this circle. I'm yoga and dance therapist. Powerful messages. I have tears in my eyes. I'm a trained yoga teacher. And I love to dance, and I've been feeling like for so long, there's got to be some way, as I was saying, there's some way that we can support each other. Do we come together and dance together? And if we do that, I was thinking the other day, because I always have a dance party before I go to work. It's like what helps me get out there and function in the dysfunctional world, right? And I work in a distribution center, and it's like chaotic. So I always have this dance party before 3-4 songs. And I was feeling the other day, man, I would love to do this with my people. And I used to do things like that in person because I had a little studio here in Ajax. I'm in Ontario, Canada, and I had a little studio. And so we would do drum circles and stuff. But I'm really feeling, and I love that you're here today, because this, dance is a big way that we move, and dancing like no one's watching is the best part of dancing. So I think I'm going to go have a dance party in the backyard right now. Fleetwood Mac's one of my faves, one of them, but I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. I'm all over the place. I love to dance. I love to move, and it helps me to realize how incredibly powerful I am in my ability to shift energy and to harness the energy and love and support of the universe that's here for all of us. So with that being said, At 44 minutes in, we are surrounded by angels. And in fact, many of us here are earth angels. I thank you so much for your presence on this page, in my life, now and eternally. To work with me, all the information is in the description box below. And I look forward to connecting with you again here tomorrow. Until next time, beautiful sisters of the heart, I see you, I feel you, I love you, and I'm incredibly grateful for your presence in my life. Until next time, take good care. Have a great day.